Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Essential Oils of the Bible. I'm so excited to share this topic with you. It's one of my favorite topics to share with you. My name is Colette Chambers. I'm from Heber City, Utah. I've been with doTERRA since 2009 as a wellness advocate. I absolutely love the oils, and we use them every day in our whole household. Our whole family uses them. We have been on an amazing journey the last couple of years. I'm a caregiver for both my mother and my husband, and I have 3 children under 13. So I'm pretty, everybody says they're busy, but it's good to be busy. So just a lot on my plate, and I'm just so grateful that I can at least teach classes online and share these amazing oils. So I'm going to say this one time, but it applies to everything I will be sharing today. The official FDA disclaimer states that these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All right, so welcome to my class. I'm so excited about this class. I just absolutely love this class. It is a great class. And also I have another pamphlet that I got by Karen Grant. It's the Essential Christ. And this booklet has tons of information in it. If you want to know more than what's in this class today, it's a great handout. You can get it at, excuse me, I cannot think today, aromatools.com. is where you can get that. So it's just, if you want to know more about essential oils in the Bible, this is a great pamphlet to purchase. Again, it's called The Brilliance of Living Things, the Essential Christ from Ancient Days to Modern Ways, and that's what it looks like. So I love this pamphlet. So I wanted to share that with you before we get started. Okay, before we begin, I encourage everyone to close their eyes for a moment. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes. I want to ask you a few questions. Okay, start by visualizing your answers and feel free to share out loud. Why are you here? Why did you decide to watch this class? I want you to think about this. How do you define your health? On a scale from 1 to 10, where 1 is terrible and 10 is perfect, how would you rank your health? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the presentation. So I'm going to turn off my video. So I want you to think about those 3 questions as we go through this class, okay? Essential oils of the Bible. In the first chapter of Genesis, it's written that God placed mankind in the Garden of Eden. God knew from the very beginning that this perfect environment would be the key source for mankind's health and healing. Daily application of essential oils in biblical times were extensive. Indeed, 36 of the 39 books of the Old Testament and 10 of the 27 books of the New Testament mention essential oils or the plants that produce them. These were the health solutions provided by God. I sometimes joke with my kids, like, I'm the voice of the plants. So it's just, I love these essential oils, and what a gift that God gave to us. God provided these plants and oils to support our body, our mind, and our spirit. They were the original source of healing. And that connection is still available to us today. This class today is meant to guide you for exploring and learning more about the tools that God made available to us to keep us healthy, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. There's a little chat box, and I will be stopping the recording at the end and opening it up for questions. So if you want to save your questions for the end of the webinar, then please feel free to do so. I can understand if you don't want to be recorded. So let's just answer all the questions at the end. So jot down your questions and I'll open the line at the end and we'll get to everybody's questions. Okay, what are essential oils? Most of the oils mentioned in the Bible are what we call essential oils today. Why are they called essential oils? Each of these extracts or oils in the essence of the plant it comes from. So essential oils are the extracts from plants that are distilled into concentrated pure oils that retain unique aromatic medicinal qualities of the plant. Essential oils are natural aromatic compounds found in seeds, bark, roots, flowers, various other parts of the plants, like the stem. They are extremely potent and range from 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. What has been your essential oil experience today? So just write that down. Like, what is your essential oil experience? And if you're watching this later, just write it down so you can be clear on where you are at and if you've had any experiences with essential oils. Essential oils in history. Historically, most perfumes were essential oils. The production and the use of essential oils have been going on for thousands of years. Not until recent times could man view them microscopically and understand them scientifically as we can now, which is really exciting. They had no idea back then. That's all they had to use. Today, many people use essential oils. Some use them merely for their scent, but most use them for their health, either emotionally or physically or spiritually. Some easily recognized names of the oils are basil, cedarwood, chamomile, eucalyptus, frankincense, ginger, juniper, lavender, lemongrass, oregano, peppermint, rosemary, sandalwood, and thyme. Ointment and perfume delight the heart. Proverbs 27:9. Historical ointment and perfume were made natural and harmless ingredients such as myrrh, frankincense, sandalwood, cinnamon. The Song of Solomon 3:6. Okay, in Proverbs 7:17, colognes, chemicals, compassion, and the church. Here, those are just some quick oil facts, just in case you want to wow your friends. And they were also brought to baby Jesus. And that is also, I believe it's Matthew 2:11 or 2:24 off the top of my head. So they were extremely valuable for healing properties. Frankincense, sandalwood, cinnamon were valued more highly than gold. Wow. An essential oil that's more valued highly than gold. Essential oils are all over in the Bible. Many aromatic ointments mentioned in the Bible were olive oil with aromatic oils and resins added. In fact, the holy anointing oil used by the priest was a mixture prescribed in Exodus 30:23 through 25. It was the olive oil, myrrh, cinnamon, sweet-smelling cane, calamus, and cassia. Essential oils are throughout the Bible and are referenced in 36 out of 39 books. That is just amazing. They are mentioned more than 500 times in the Bible. 500 times. That is just awesome. Essential oils work on a cellular level. So our environment can be very harmful physically and mentally and spiritually. Today's world has it's just complex and full of toxins, and it's difficult to find spiritual truth in the ways to good health and safety. So it means that we must be more diligent in constantly learning what is right and wrong, what is healthy and what is unhealthy. Many people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. It's scary out there today. We need to be detoxing constantly. So as mentioned before, the best health is achieved by conforming one's total lifestyle to healthful choices, good nutrition with natural foods, adequate sleep, exercise, maintaining a positive attitude, which is really hard, peace of mind, through the close relationship with God, keeping stress down, maintaining a safe and clean environment. Essential oils are key ingredient to overall wellness. So is anyone among you sick? Let's call them. This is a quote by this is in James 5:14. Is anyone among you sick? Let him call for the elders of the church and let them pray over him, anointing him with the oil in the name of the Lord. And they cast out many demons and anointed with oil many who were sick and healed them. That's from Mark 6:13. There's tons and tons. I can go on. To console those who mourn in Zion, to give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. Isaiah 61:3. And you shall take the anointing oil and anoint the tabernacle and all that is in it, and you shall hallow it and all its utensils, and it shall be holy. Exodus 40:19. Again, mentioned over 500 times in the Bible. So what is in your perfume? Until recent times, the sources for ointment and perfume were natural and harmless. They were flowers, woods, gums, resins, spices, and oils, and we cannot improve upon God's perfect, awesome creation. Let's thank God for the sweet and spicy scent that He has created. Today, most fragrances are completely or partially chemically and synthesized. Modern man has the impressive ability to make imitations of natural fragrances to new scents and to extend the reach and lingering capacities of those products. But some of these efforts are showing our environment and more chemicals whose biological effects are largely untested. So when you are putting on a perfume, what are you putting on you? Are these perfumes even regulated? I mean, what are we putting on our bodies? Colognes are needed to cover up foul body odors like they were in ages past when people didn't bathe regularly. Today's popularity and akin to cosmetics, a customary part of dressing up, advertising and imaginary certainly playing major roles in boosting sales and usage. This may seem harmless, but the fly in the perfume ointment is the increasing use of chemicals and fragrances to make the scents. They're traveling farther, increasing the time they linger in the air. They cut costs and boost profits, colognes, chemicals, compassion, and the church. This is why purity and integrity of essential oils is so important. If we ignore the blessing in nature for the convenience and arrogance of man's invention, then what price are we paying health-wise in our future? I mean, not only should we be detoxing every single day because of our environment, what's in our food, what surrounds us, what's in our lotions and shampoos that we put in our body. What is all that? We just use it. We don't pay attention to what we are putting on our bodies, and it's really important. So why doTERRA and why essential oils? This is probably a question I get asked most often when sharing essential oils because there's so many out on the market. But not all oils are created equally. So one of the reasons I choose doTERRA is because of the co-impact sourcing. I love that doTERRA does this. doTERRA sources its oils from all over the world so that each oil is derived from its indigenous environment. When they are grown and harvested in the proper altitude, climate, season, and soil, you end up with a far superior product. So this is where doTERRA's commitment to purity begins. And doTERRA sets the standard now in the essential oil industry because there weren't tests done in the past. So the second main reason that I love doTERRA is that they are CPTG, which is their certified pure therapeutic grade. This is really important because every oil has zero fillers, synthetics, dyes, pesticides, or contaminants of any kind. They're just pure, unaltered unaltered oils, doTERRA created this standard as a promise of purity, and each and every batch is third-party tested so you can be confident not just in their purity but potency as well. So they're beyond organic. Yes, they do scientific testing, but to make sure that you're getting the best product out there. So if you get an organic essential oil, it hasn't been tested, so you don't know what contaminants are in it. So just be careful of that. And I love that I know that I can trust doTERRA. They have a batch number. If you have any trouble with the oil, you can call. They'll figure out what batch it is. They'll look at the testing. And you can also look all of this up on a website called Source2You, source2you.com. And I got a short video to show you next with Dr. Hill. And he explains it really good.
So when we talk about quality, it's not always about what testing you're doing. You have to look at the whole process and what that means collectively. And I believe that doTERRA does that better than anyone else.
doTERRA is the best company in the industry right now. I mean, they're the leaders. I mean, there's no one that's really coming close to doing what they're doing. I haven't seen anything like it in my 20 years of being in this industry, of a company going to the lengths that they go to secure the best oil in the world.
doTERRA's commitment to quality starts well before the plants are even distilled. Through our co-impact sourcing, the CPTG process starts then. And then it goes through a three-tiered testing process that starts with outside labs and finishes off inside the company here, and then continues on after the bottles are sold.
We do several layers of testing, including GCMS, optical rotation, specific gravity, refractive index, chiral testing, carbon-14, probably more extensive than just about any lab out there.
I've been doing research with essential oil for about 15 years now. So I've worked with a lot of oils and a lot of tests. And the one thing that I've noticed consistently is that unless you're starting with an oil that has a consistent quality, you're not going to get good results.
You know, a lot of our oils are used in aromatherapy or topical use. So we want to make sure that we do not only make a product that's effective, but it's also going to be safe. And that's why we do a thorough analysis to look at the composition to make sure that it is safe. But at the same time, we also go ahead and do skin irritation testing, which is also called as the RIP testing or repeat insult patch testing, to make sure that when you apply it on topically, it's not irritating to your skin.
To a wellness advocate, we always keep them in mind, and we talk about it in our training. And what matters is that the details matter. You know, quality is in the details, and so because we're so passionate and so detailed, we're sure not to miss those things that are going to make the difference between just an okay product and a great product.
We stand behind our quality processes because we have the most in-depth and knowledgeable staff. We have set the standard for what the quality process should be. The testing knowledge that is gained as well as passed on of each bottle is, you cannot measure.
One of the things that I've recognized about the quality of essential oils and the testing is that it's a dynamic environment. It's changing. And this is why it's so important that doTERRA leads the front, that doTERRA is developing and processing and coming up with new ways, new opportunities to prove out the quality of essential oils, and frankly, in a way that no other company is able to do. As we continue to grow, as we continue to expand throughout the world, I'm proud to say that doTERRA has made that commitment and will not waver or deviate from that.
Okay. All right, I have to remember to close this window or the next video starts. Okay, so I wanted to show you also, we're going to talk about the 3 methods of use, and I wanted to show you that. So the 3 methods of use are internal, aromatic, and topical. So topically, I use fractionated coconut oil from doTERRA, and it's okay to dilute your oils it actually makes them go farther. And when you put some fractionated coconut oil in with the essential oil, it holds the oil and the carrier oil. And you can use olive oil, almond oil, whatever your oil of choice is. I like the fractionated coconut oil. It is distilled, so all the fat is out of it. There's no scent. It won't stain your clothes. You can take it internally. So to take it internally, you can just add, let's see, what do I have here that I can add to my water? I'll just show you. You can put them in soft gel caps, or you can add them to your water, and you just put a couple of drops in your water. And I'm using frankincense because that's what I grabbed to show you. And you can drink it. So that is one way to do it internally. You can also do soft gel capsules. You can get those at the health food store and take oils internally that way. doTERRA also has a line of soft gels that they've already done that for you. So you can get those as well, already done, which is very handy because in the beginning they didn't have that. And I would make my mom a memory pill with frankincense, peppermint, and rosemary to just help support her memory. And now I'm just grateful for all the other supplements that they have that I don't have to do that, because it was tedious and I didn't enjoy that, but some people do. So that's the way you can use it internally. Aromatically, just open a bottle like this and smell. That's it. It goes straight to your olfactory system. It takes effect immediately. So diffuse is another way to get it in aromatically, and we diffuse all the time in our household. We have diffusers in every room. My husband goes around and fills the diffusers every day. So at nighttime when I'm putting the kids to bed, all I got to do is go turn them on. So I love that he does that for us. And then topically, you can use the carrier oil, and you just put some carrier oil in your hand. And I don't know why I just closed this, but I did. And then you just drop a few drops of essential oils. You don't really need more than 1 or 2. And just, another way to do it aromatically is rubbing your hands and just smell. So grab your favorite essential oil if you have it. And topically, I love to put them on the back of my neck. It's my favorite place to put them. But your hands and your feet, your pores are the largest, so it's going to absorb into your bloodstream within 30 seconds and take effect in your whole body within 20 minutes. So that is the 3 different ways to use it. Aromatically, yeah, you can just put a couple drops on your hands topically and inhale. So if you don't have a diffuser around, but like I said, just opening a bottle and smelling it is going to help you out. So those are the 3 ways to use essential oils. I put Balance Blend on my children every morning before they walk out the door. And after convention this year, I've made them a new blend with Blue Tansy and Copaiba that they really like. I kind of did an experiment on my kids, and I blogged about that if you want to read about the experiment that I did with them. It was a lot of fun, and they love the oils. So I'm so grateful to have the oils to use on my children. It's such a blessing to me. Okay, let's talk about safety real quick, and then we'll get into talking about some oils of the Bible. Okay, essential oils are very safe to use. They're easy, but it's important to remember that not everything is therapeutic grade, but doTERRA's are, and they are very highly concentrated plant extracts that should be used with reasonable care. So take a minute. I'm going to take a minute to go over some safety guides. If you never want to apply essential oils to your eyes, your ear, inside your ears, or your ear canal. You don't want to stick them up your nose. You want to avoid rubbing your eyes or touching the interior of your nose and inside the ears. The skin around mucous membrane is also sensitive and prone to irritation. So it's kind of like when you're touching a jalapeno for homemade salsa, you have to be really careful. So you want to dilute with the carrier oil, never water. So I've actually putting oil, I've put the Slim and Sassy blend, which has peppermint in it, and I put that in my water to drink, and then I went to take a drink of water and I set it down and it splashed up right in my eye. And so I just rubbed my eye with fractionated coconut oil. You never want to use water. It opens your pores and it doesn't help. So just be really careful. I have had my kids accidentally touch their eye after using peppermint. So for small children and elderly, put on the bottom of their feet so they don't touch their eyes. We give hand massages once a month at the assisted living to all the residents. And we just use the lotion because we don't want them to touch their eyes later. And there's a memory care unit that we go to. So we use the Citrus Bliss lotion or the rose hand lotion. And we do take essential oils with us, but we dilute it with the doTERRA hand and body lotion. So just be cautious. The children and elderly are more sensitive and susceptible to irritation. So it's always good to use a carrier oil. Remember, a little goes a long way. These essential oils are pure concentrates. The higher quality the oil, the more potent it will be, and smaller amounts are required. So 1 to 2 drops is considered a dose. Less oil more often is best, but you can apply every 15 minutes for acute problems, or wait every 4 hours before applying again, because it takes a few hours for things to cycle through your body. If you still have discomfort, again, you can just make sure you're drinking a lot of water if you are applying oils every couple minutes or every 5 minutes. I mean, there's no rule, really, just caution to be careful. But just listen to your instinct and listen to yourself, and if it's not working, then maybe try another oil. So one common application method is in the bath, but be careful, because I've put my kids in the bath with wild orange, and remember, the water opens your pores, and it was too much essential oil for them. So they were like, and they got out. That's the only thing I've really had with my kids, but it's okay to dilute it in fractionated coconut oil and then put it in the bath. So just remember that, especially if you're making salt scrubs or something for a classroom and they're taking the oils home. Make sure you squirt some fractionated coconut oil in that as well. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce you to all the oils of the Bible. Yay! We're going to start with, of course, frankincense. Okay. I love frankincense. We use frankincense every day. Another way to use it internally is just drop it on your tongue. And a lot of people are like, you do what? But we do. We have issues in our home where my husband and my mother, it's really easy just to drop frankincense on their tongue and then hold it to the roof of your mouth. Okay, so when in doubt, use frankincense. Frankincense is steam distilled from resin. Frankincense comes from the generational tree that takes 40 years to produce the first resin. One of the gifts of the wise men and our Savior with frankincense would have been rubbed all over the body of the baby. Egyptian traditions say that frankincense is good for everything from gout to a broken head, or in other words, good from head to toe. We have a saying, and if in doubt, use frankincense. Hebrew names for frankincense in the Bible are olibanum, Lebanon, and oil of the Lebanon. It is mentioned in Exodus 30:34, Leviticus 2:1, 5:11, 6:15, 24:7. You can do, like, the best way to see where it is in the Bible, because this is a pretty long list, but it's also on my Facebook group too if you want to go back and look at it. Just get the Bible app and search for frankincense, and you'll see how much it comes up in the Bible. Okay, I love this verse, and I remember it, and I tell people all the time, and they're like, really? So Matthew 2:11, and when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. That was to baby Jesus when he was born. So historical uses for frankincense, they were used on wounds. It was placed on an insect bite. It was used to support concentration. Spiritual oil that enhanced and promoted emotional and spiritual feeling. Diffused to elevate mood. Often applied onto each foot at night to help with temporary foot discomfort. Egyptians used it on the abdomen to help remove stretch marks. A key ingredient to the holy anointing oil and the oil that stopped biblical plagues was frankincense. It was more valuable than gold. I think that is awesome. Okay, myrrh. Myrrh is on sale this month, 10% off if you are wanting some myrrh. I absolutely love myrrh. Myrrh is a great oil. It's mentioned several times in the scriptures as well, so you can search that, or it's in Genesis, Exodus, Esther, Psalms, Proverbs, Song of Solomon, Matthew, John, Mark, Revelations. So it's in all those books of the Bible. Myrrh is steam distilled from gum resin and grown in Somalia. Myrrh has one of the highest levels of I can't say this word. I cannot believe I'm failing this. Okay, let me come back to that. A class of compounds that has direct effects on the hypothalamus, pituitary, and amygdala. Plain to see our emotions. Myrrh is also known as Smyrna in Hebrew. Okay. Serpentine. I cannot say that word today. I'm so sorry. But anyway, let me just move on. And there came also Nicodemus, which at the first came to Jesus by night and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100-pound weight. Then took thy body of Jesus and wound in linen clothes with the spices and the manner of the Jews to bury. That was in John 19:39 through 40. Historical uses of myrrh were used in religious rituals, used in embalming, applied to as an oil to soften skin, burned as an incense during childbirth, and applied to wounds. Myrrh is also, it is the oil, my book's not in here, but emotionally it helps connect with your mother. So myrrh comes up a lot in December for people. So it's a great oil to use. And people sometimes don't know what to use. It has all the same great benefits as frankincense. Spikenard. They just came out with spikenard last year. It is very similar to frankincense. This is a great essential oil. It is it's a special one. It's one of the most important biblical oils. Spikenard is considered nard in the Bible. Although some believe that this could have been lavender in John 12:1 through 10, 6 days before the Passover, Jesus arrives in Bethany. In Bethany, a woman called Mary, perhaps the sister of Lazarus, uses a pound of pure nard to rub onto Jesus' feet. Many biblical blenders love to use spikenard, especially when there is need to purify and elevate. This is probably why it was used with Jesus. On an emotional level, it's used to help people find themselves. It will help you find the answer to your question. Why was I born? Well, we all have a mission or divine purpose in life, and spikenard helps to identify yourself. Spikenard speaks to, I was lost and now I'm found. It's in the scriptures, Song of Solomon, a lot, and Mark and John. Spikenard has a woody, musky aroma that's very uplifting, promotes feelings of calmness and relaxation. It's frequently used in aromatherapy and meditation for its grounding properties. It has long historical significance of being very therapeutic and purifying to the skin and promotes clean, healthy skin. Let me tell you a little bit more about some of the specific benefits for this powerful oil. Renowned for its cleansing and rejuvenating effect on the skin, it can be applied to minor skin irritations to protect them from threats. Deodorant. Many people find it very useful for helping eliminate body odors. Digestive. Its stimulating, calming effect is effective in eliminating occasional stomach discomfort. Its calming quality has long been utilized to soothe nerves and promote healthy sleep. Respiratory, it's very useful in helping to support healthy respiratory function caused by environmental and seasonal threats. Antioxidant, it protects the body from wear and tear and from occasional outside threats. Many people find that just the aroma alone is able to lift them out of a depressed mood. It helps to support healthy digestive function and keeping your bowels running normal. Emotionally, this oil is very beneficial for helping to produce mental peace and harmony and emotions. Spikenard is a root oil which helps promote a healthy inflammatory response. It's recommended that you apply spikenard to your spine using a downward application, neck to the base of your spine. Some people argue that spikenard mentioned in the Bible might actually have been lavender. There are various species which lavender, and one which may be confused with spikenard is the spike lavender. Spike lavender is small aromatic herb or shrub. It belongs to the Laminus plant family. It closely relative to true lavender, lavandin, and other lavender varieties. The ancient Greeks and Romans were thought to have used spike lavender for various ailments, and the Greeks referred to spike lavender by the name Nardus, after the city of Narda, whereas the Romans referred to spike lavender as a serum. So there are different words in the Bible for some of the oils. Okay, sandalwood. I love sandalwood. After reviewing, spikenard just came out, so I wasn't familiar with all the benefits that it did have. So by preparing for this class, I was really excited to learn what I did about spikenard. So if you haven't tried it yet, it is very woodsy, and it comes only in a 5 milliliter bottle. But if you don't have any frankincense and you have the spikenard, or you don't like frankincense, try spikenard or myrrh. Sandalwood. I love sandalwood. Okay, so this is called aloes in the Bible. It's steam distilled from the wood of 40-plus-year-old trees. Sandalwood is referred to as aloes in the Bible, so don't confuse with aloe vera, an American plant. Don't confuse it with that. It was just called aloe in the Bible. But when you read the Bible and you come across aloes, it's referring to sandalwood. In the scriptures, it's in Numbers, Psalms, Proverbs, Song of Solomon, and John. All the garments smell of myrrh and aloes and cassia out of ivory palaces, whereby they have made thee glade. Psalms 45:8. Historical uses of sandalwood are to support sleep, help with vision, use as a cologne, combined with bath salts for a relaxing bath, massaged into the hair to maintain natural color, and placed over wound. So those are the uses of sandalwood. Cypress. I never thought I would like cypress, but I absolutely love this oil, and it's so good to support circulation. So we use that a lot on my mother. She has issues with her legs, so we use that a lot. And where else did I my dog, we use it on my dog. She's got an ear issue right now, so we've been using that and helichrysum and some lavender, which is helping her so much, so I'm very grateful. But cypress smells wonderful. Cypress is steam distilled from the branches of a cypress tree, and the oil of cypress has been used since ancient times for purification and as an incense. In the Bible, it's known as the Hebrew term of gopher wood and oil tree. How funny. I'm glad they didn't name it gopher wood. So make thee an art of gopher wood. Room shalt thou make in the ark, and shalt pitch in within and without the pitch. Genesis 6:14. Historical uses that it was used to apply to wounds, help support your joints, to aid with digestion, to repel bugs, and support temporary chest discomfort. Okay, cassia. Cassia is a really interesting essential oil. It is steam distilled from bark and was an ingredient in the holy anointing oil given to Moses. This exotic fragrance of vanilla cinnamon might be similar in its aroma to cinnamon, but is physically and chemically much different. Care must be taken in topical use and may cause skin sensation. Keep in mind with all essential oils, anything that is a spice or herb is you want to dilute it. So if I cook a lot with essential oils, but they're called hot oils. So cinnamon, cassia, thyme, oregano, those are all hot oils. You want to make sure you definitely dilute those before putting them in on your body, especially topical. You want to make sure you dilute them. And doTERRA has pre-diluted roll-ons now that you can buy. They're called the Touch, so you can just search for oregano Touch. And if you want to look up any of these oils and learn more about them, you can go to doTERRA.com and just type in the name in the search, and the product page, product information page will come up, and you can click on that and read all about them. Cassia was, I just want to make sure that you understand the skin sensation with some of these hot oils. But cassia is really good in coffee. A lot of people love it in coffee. Or if you're trying to lose weight, drink it in your water. It's sweet, so it can crave that sweet tooth as well. It is mentioned in Exodus and Ezekiel and Psalms. Take thou also unto thee principal spices of pure myrrh, 500 shekels, and of sweet cinnamon, half so much, even 250 shekels, and of sweet calamus, and 250 shekels, and of cassia, 500 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, and all of the oil, olive, and a hin, and thou shalt make it an oil of holy ointment, an ointment compound after the art of apothecary. It shall be a holy anointing oil. Exodus 30:23 through 25. The historical uses of cassia was to perfume infrequently washed hair, cupped over the nose for a joyful, uplifting feeling, used with water as a mouthwash, shaken in water for a protecting and refreshing drink that also was found to curb desire for sugar. Used in cooking food like yams. Oh, we put the cinnamon in our yams for Thanksgiving. I'm going to try cassia for Christmas. That's a great idea. So that is about cassia. Roman chamomile. Roman chamomile is steam distilled from flowers according to the Roberta Wilson. It's steam distilled from flowers. And according to Roberta Wilson, chamomile was nicknamed the plant's physician because it supposedly cured any ailing plant placed near it. That's awesome. Scriptures in the Bible refer to it as the flower of the field, Isaiah 46. Historical uses, Roman soldiers used Roman chamomile for courage. It increased self-worth, reduced drive of excessive ego, and aid in stopping nightmares. Well, I bet that was a good one back then, especially for drive of excessive egos. It must have been hard. So aid in stopping nightmares for your kids or for yourself. Just put this on your feet before you go to bed. I love this oil. If you don't have it, sometimes it's a limited supply, so add this to your collection. If you don't have it, I would definitely get this one. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is deep blue. And you're like, okay, how does that get in the Bible? Well, deep blue, I'll get to that, contains oils that are well known and are frequently studied for their abilities to soothe inflammation, alleviate pain, and reduce soreness. Mints, chamomile, and camphor, known as camphire, are also biblical oils. Single oils in this blend include wintergreen camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, German chamomile, helichrysum, and osmanthus. So that is what is in the deep blue. Some Bible experts say mint was among the bitter herbs mentioned. Mint was valued for its fresh aroma and sweet taste, and often used to flavor meat. Also, an important stewing herb, mint stems were hung in doorways and thrown on dirt floors to mask the effects of inadequate sanitation. But it's also mentioned in Luke 11:42 and Solomon 1:4. So, and the Song of Solomon 1:14. Sorry. Historic uses extremely supportive for any temporary physical discomfort. Digestin. This is another oil that you always want to have on hand. Digestin may be useful for improving digestive function. The oils in this blend have been studied for their abilities in balancing the digestive system and in soothing many of that system's ailments. Anise, it has anise, mint, and anise, mint, and coriander are mentioned in the Bible. Single oils in this blend include ginger, peppermint, tarragon, fennel, caraway, coriander, and anise. So it has some of the oils that are mentioned in the Bible. Some authorities claim that caraway originated in Egypt, as the medical papyrus of the Thebes, which dates from 1552 BC, mentions. Through other authorities claim that the reference is to cumin. So many translations of the Bible still use the word caraway instead of cumin, though the latter is what the peoples of the Bible would have known and used. Historical uses are digestive support. This is a wonderful blend for any digestive support. If you're traveling or staying home for the holidays, we seem to eat differently, so make sure you have this blend on you. Breathe. If you guys have breathe right now, take a deep breath, grab your breathe, put some on your hands. Time to wake up a little bit as we approach the end of this class. Some breathe on. Breathe is doTERRA's respiratory blend. It contains a blend of oils that have been studied for their abilities to open and soothe the tissues of the respiratory system and combat airborne bacteria and viruses. Single oils in this blend are laurel leaf, peppermint, eucalyptus, melaleuca, lemon, ravensara, and cardamom. The Romans believed that lightning never struck the bay leaf tree, and so wore crowns of its leaves and protection during thunderstorms. It is possible that the people of the Bible, that part always makes me laugh, the people of the Bible were familiar with bay leaf, though it is not mentioned therein. doTERRA Breathe maintains a feeling of clear airways and easy breathing while minimizing effects of seasonal threats. doTERRA Breathe can be applied topically to the chest, the back, bottoms of the feet, or diffused at nighttime to calm and sense and promote a restful sleep and help open your airways as well. I love the Breathe blend. I love it at night. I diffuse it all the time in my mother's room. It is a wonderful blend. I absolutely love this blend. And in Latin, breathe means light. So you just want to breathe in healing light. So take a deep breath. Anytime you're stressed, take a deep breath. This is a wonderful blend to also always have around, as well as the Digestin. Whisper. I love the Whisper blend. It's so warming to me. This is a women's blend made specifically for women. It's exquisite, and it has beautiful oils in it, and it works harmoniously with an individual unique chemistry to create appealing aroma without harmful chemicals found in many of today's perfumes. I do wear this as a perfume. Single oils in this blend are patchouli, bergamot, sandalwood, rose, jasmine, cinnamon, vetiver, ylang ylang, geranium, and coca bean extract and vanilla bean extract. It is a wonderful, wonderful aroma. So cistus, also known as the rose of Sharon, could possibly be the balm of Gilead. The resin is used for medicine and as a balm that can reduce inflammation of the skin. Recent research on the biochemistry of the plants have shown the efficiency of compounds in the plants for dermatological disorders. Sadly, the plants are in danger of extinction in their native areas. So they may actually come to a day when there is no more balm of Gilead, which would be really sad. I love this blend. The Whisper blend is for women. It's a complex and diverse blend that combines with each individual chemistry to create a uniquely personal fragrance. And it does. It smells different on everyone. Each essential oil in this blend provides an inviting aroma of its own, but when combined, these oils offer a distinct scent that intrigues the sense of both the wearer and those passing by. So if you know you're going into forgot to change the slide. If you know you're going into an environment where you're not really wanting to go there, put some Whisper on before you go in. Before I go into my children's schools, I always apply oils, and I'm a walking diffuser. So not only am I affecting myself, I am affecting those around me without them even knowing it. One day I wore wild orange into my daughter's elementary school. We were doing an art project with a bunch of students with like 3 different classrooms, and I volunteered to help. And I wore my wild orange, and the head of the PTA come up to me afterwards, and she's like, I think you calmed me down. And wild orange is a great oil. If you're going into, you don't want to offend anybody some people don't like patchouli. So wild orange is very versatile and a great oil to wear as a walking diffuser. Okay, On Guard, the protective blend. On Guard is a blend of oils that have been retraced in use historically to the 15th century. This blend can be diffused into the air or be used to clean and purify surfaces. More recent studies show this oil blend has demonstrated its killing power against airborne microorganisms. Single oils in this blend are wild orange, clove bud, sorry, I don't have my contact in either, so bear with me today. Thank you for your patience. Clove bud, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. One of doTERRA's best-selling blends is the doTERRA On Guard. It protects against environmental and seasonal threats with essential oils known for their positive effects on immune system. It can be taken internally on a daily basis to maintain healthy immune function and support healthy cardiovascular function. It can also be used on the surface throughout the home as a non-toxic cleaner. When diffused, it helps purify the air and can be very energizing and uplifting. Rosemary is one of the herbs not mentioned by name in the Bible, but is one that grows abundantly in the Holy Land. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. Genesis 1:29. I love the On Guard blend. They have a On Guard soft gel. My mother and husband and I take that daily. And when I can get my kids to take it, I have them take it. But the three of us take it on a regular basis every single day, sometimes twice a day, especially through these cold winter months and being out in public so much. And they also have an On Guard cleaner. They have On Guard hand soap. There's a whole line of On Guard products that I absolutely love. And if you haven't tried them yet, I invite you to try them. Essential oils are a gift. They truly are a gift of the earth. And doTERRA means gift of the earth in Latin. They are a blessing from God. Over the years, we have slowly relinquished our knowledge of these tools for better health in exchange for convenience and as a result of mass marketing. We've forgotten much of what our ancestors taught us, and modern conveniences have taken us on a path that we did not expect. While I'm grateful for those conveniences and technology, I'm fascinated by how effective some of these basic gifts actually are. We need to learn how to use God's health solutions. And they have helped my family. I could go on for hours and hours. I love and trust doTERRA and the oils, and I'm so grateful to teach this class to people like you who are motivated to create health for yourself and for your family and for others. It's empowering to be a healer in your own home and through the power of God's oils. I mean, thank you. Thank you, Lord, for bringing us these beautiful gift. So now what? If you're anything like me, you're probably really excited, combining faith and health by using the gift that God gave us to thrive in the ultimate satisfaction. So what now? And how do you know what to use? And how do you get started? Well, I want you to know that you're never alone on your essential oil journey. I will personally be here to guide you in every step of the way with answers to your questions, resources, introductions to other people who are on this journey with us. I love my doTERRA family. So in addition, I have a really special email series that I send to all new oil users that lays a foundation of knowledge and awareness for incorporating essential oils into your life. So if you want to get that email, go ahead and you can message me on Facebook, or you can email me at Collette, it's KOLLETTE at ColetteChambers.com, and I will get you on that list. There are a number of ways to get oils for yourself. Just getting involved. There's a lot of Facebook groups, or if you're wanting to become a wellness advocate and get these oils into your home. I remember the first time I didn't even go to a class. I just bought the oils and I didn't know how to use them or anything. And there wasn't all the information that's out there now 9 years ago. So I assure you that you will have support and you will cherish this adventure. And it's interesting. It's come and gone for me. And my life has changed so much because of doTERRA, and it's such a great tool. And I'm so grateful to have that support. It's been amazing, and I love the people that it's brought into my life. And it's been a wonderful journey. So I would love to share that with you. There are 3 ways to begin using doTERRA's essential oils. You can purchase them retail, which is not the smartest way, but you can purchase them retail. I love that they have a wellness advocate account, and they also have a wholesale member account that's recently new. You pay a $35 membership fee. It's kind of like Costco, but you save 25% off of retail instead of 2% back. And then you get all your oils for wholesale. There's no monthly obligation. There's no, you don't have to sell it every month. They do have a great loyalty rewards program, so you can even get an additional 30% off your products. So after a year of being a loyalty reward customer, then you get 55% off the product total, because you get 30% back plus the 25% off retail. But that is for the Wellness Advocate, and then just the wholesale member, you get 25% off. But you can take advantage of the loyalty rewards. I forgot, you can take advantage of that, being both of them. So if you purchase, which is totally awesome. So if you wanted to get started today, you could pay the $35 and get whatever oils you wanted, or you can enroll with or join with an enrollment kit, and your membership of $35 is waived, and you get your oils below wholesale pricing. So I recommend that you get a kit to start with because it's a huge savings. And if you need any help, just let me know, or the person that shared this with you. So if you're not sure which option would most benefit you and your family, please send me a Facebook message, or you can email me at Colette@ColetteChambers.com. I have a Facebook group that's called Weekly Essential Oil Education and More. If you're not on that and you'd like to be on that, just private message me in Facebook. I have a public Facebook page. It's called Weekly Essential. If you just want to search that and not add your name to anything, you can like that and join that. And it's public. It's just full of information. And if you want to be friends, I would love to be friends with you. And I'm just Colette Chambers on Facebook. Or again, you can email me. And I'm going to open the line at the end. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me any questions. So I'm going to show you a quick video that explains the membership. So if you're interested in that, and it's only a minute long, and then we'll close and wrap it up and open the line.
doTERRA offers product through a yearly wholesale membership. For a low membership fee of $35, a wellness advocate will be able to purchase products at wholesale prices 25% below retail. A new wellness advocate can choose to enroll with just the $35 enrollment fee, or doTERRA offers several product kits as enrollment options. If you purchase an enrollment kit, not only will the membership fee be waived, but you will receive a substantial discount on doTERRA products. We have found that as new wellness advocates experience the purity and potency of doTERRA essential oils and essential oil wellness products, they naturally are inclined to share their experiences and the products with others. To help you on your journey, doTERRA has included in your enrollment packet 3 brochures: Living, Sharing, and Building doTERRA Naturally. Meet with the individual who invited you today to review enrollment options and choose the best fit for you.
Okay, so I just want to thank everyone for participating. My life has completely changed since I started using doTERRA. It's been very powerful, and I love the journey that I'm on. So if you have any questions, or you don't know how to get started, or you've started and you don't know where to go from here, I'm going to open the lines up in a minute, or feel free to contact me later. And I'm going to be doing webinars every Wednesday for all of 2018, so feel free to join my webinars. You can watch them later. I have them on my blog, weeklyessential.com, if you miss a recording. And for those of you who registered, I can also email you the link of the recording if you missed it. So just remember, you don't have to start a business. Take advantage of the wholesale prices. Get with me or the person who invited you to this class or is sharing this webinar with you. And thank you so much for joining us today. I'm really excited to share this topic with you, or that I got to share this topic with you. I'm truly honored, and thank you for being a part of this experience with me. I am going to shut off the recording and open up the lines for questions. And so thank you everyone for joining me. And thank you those of you who are watching it now.